What is up, everyone? We're playing some Dark Souls, finally breaking our Yu-Gi-Oh! Only streak. Play something a little bit more energizing, perhaps.
Is that a burn on Yu-Gi-Oh?
So, I don't think I've been streaming my Dark Souls 2 playthrough this whole time, but I've been having a lot of fun playing it. There are a few bullshitty moments that I can imagine made people a little bit sour about the game, because I hear that this is the most hated Dark Souls game out of the trilogy. Specifically the trilogy.
I don't know if it's actually the most hated. I think it's just the most aggressively hated.
Fair enough. I've been loving it.
People who don't like Dark Souls 1, it's like, well, then you're not worthy of being a fan.
Right.
But if you don't like Dark Souls 2, it's like, yeah, it's not Dark Souls 1. And then if you don't like Dark Souls 3, it's like, yeah, purist, only the first game.
Yes.
It's like a big cult that formed around the first game because I think the first game was alone for like a bunch of years. Like, there's a huge gap between the first game and the second game, and so people thought that there would never be a sequel, and this was like the only thing that they would ever have.
So, boy, were they wrong.
They're quite attached.
Yeah. But yeah, naturally, my character is Sir Husbando, as it always is.
It's so weird seeing a character list that just has one character.
He's my main.
Yeah.
It shows up on the stream, right? I'm not just like a crazy person showing a black screen to everyone.
Yeah, I see.
Gotta make sure. But yeah, always gotta play Sir Husbando. And then, for second run, perhaps Lady Waifu.
It's weird that discussion over Dark Souls 2 centers always around how many people hate it, and like why people hate it, and like why they're either right or wrong about hating it.
Right.
Rather than like the content of the actual game.
So naturally, Sir Husbando is a crusader with a shield. I like the sword and shield combo. It makes me feel more confident about going in, and I do like playing aggressively. So
it also
that's
looks
just how it goes.
nice.
Yeah, it's classic crusader type look, right? So this is Dragon Sanctum. This is part of the DLC, I believe. Adam doesn't remember this part, so we're kind of...
I've never played the DLC.
Oh, okay. So we're going into this together, blind. I hear a woman singing in the background. It's quite ominous. Let's go figure that out.
Yeah.
Alright. Oh gosh, she stopped. That's even more ominous.
You get to hit it?
Do I?
Look at me, a regular Indiana Jones over here. Oh, how do you make clips? Like if
I have a specific website. Or are you talking about making clips on YouTube to like share with people?
Oh, because I was thinking like there was a couple funny moments when we were playing Yu-Gi-Oh! That'd be good. Like there was when it was like, oh, there's no way they'll draw a Regeki.
Right. I can send you a website where you can make a clip of that and then download it.
Okay.
And then you can re-upload it as the...
Okay, and then could we combine them all to like make a...
Make a compilation?
Yeah, because there's a couple of really funny things. Like...
Sure. If...
I don't know where it was, but I was saying like, there's no fucking way this bitch has mirror force.
Well, sometimes you can rely on the comments section to like timestamp for you.
Someone highlighted, I think... someone in chat said in before she gets a Regeki, and I'm like, oh yeah, that would be... He's like, yeah, there's no way she has a whatever, and then she gets a Regeki. And then the same thing happened with like Mirror Force, and then there was...
Should I fight these guys? What do you think?
They might have loot. What do you mean, should you fight them? They might have stuff you can take. Although, since they're ghosts, I don't know if you can hurt them.
That did a little bit. Not a lot, but it did a little bit.
Yeah.
Man, it's kind of a long walk back. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Whoops.
We have city over here.
I'm okay. Okay, maybe I can't do damage to them. Adam, I'm never trusting you again.
Well, before you did anything, I was like, maybe you can't hurt them.
Yeah, but before that you were like, yes, of course you should fight them. They have loot. Is there a specific method to hurting ghosts in Dark Souls 2? I mean, it looked like the firebomb did like 28 damage.
I don't know Dark Souls 2. I know Dark Souls 1 you need to have like this one item looks like a hand. It's like a kind of furled hand.
He won't fall me all the way
he
out
took
here,
fire
right?
damage, so if you have any like
I
weapon...
have a fire sword.
Yeah, so why don't you pull that out?
I have the Smelter Demon Sword.
Alright. Can you move with that?
Well, I can take off my shield and then I can fast roll, I think. Or medium roll, perhaps. Damn it. There we go. Alright.
No, you definitely can't.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 76.
Alright, that's fine.
You're just gonna go in like that? Why don't you just put the shield back on? Then at
Well,
least you
I don't even think that he's an aggro on me anymore, so I could probably just sneak past.
But if you can't, then you're gonna be fat rolling.
I can sneak past.
Okay. Why don't you just put your regular
I am going to. I just wanted to see first. I'm sorry for being thorough.
I don't know if I'd call that thorough.
If he was going to come at me, I would want to have the fire sword. If he only takes
But-
fire damage.
You should take off your shirt or something so you can move with it.
Ugh. I don't need to move. I just need to punch really hard.
Okay. So I guess magic users have an easier time in this spot.
Oh god, he poisoned now? I don't like poison. Here they come. They can come over here. Ooh.
That would have been cool.
Yeah, I know. It's like part of the reason why I love this sword is... Ooh, no, no, no. No poison. Oh.
Shit.
Alrighty. Yeah, part of the reason I love this sword is because it's got like the cool moveset. And that's about it. It's not that good of a sword. It's just like nice looking and it's got a cool moveset. That's all I need.
I think it's...
I like the swings. I like wide swings. I don't like the down.
That's one of the best swords, I think.
Oh yeah, you like this one?
No, I don't, but I think people consider it to be one of the best.
I mean, it's better than the normal swords with the same moveset. It's like
I
the
would
best
say...
of those, but you know,
I would rather...
I like the moveset.
I'd rather a faster sword because I think they do more DPS.
That's fair.
So, like, if I'm fighting something that isn't going to die in one hit, I'm going to want more damage over a time period.
Are these guys? I mean, they gotta be.
Like, I would rather have a giant sword that does a lot of
That's a
damage
trap,
in one
isn't it?
hit, or I'd like a fast sword that does a lot of attacks.
Well, apparently that was enough.
You felt the shockwave. Your powerful blow.
Yeah, right. Oh, pixel of health. It's the worst. I like to not die, so that's why I'm playing it slow, guys.
It's okay.
Yeah, you know, DLC. These guys tend to be a little bit more powerful.
Well, it's nicer to watch someone like play through an area than it is to watch someone just like
Guys gonna
run
shoot
through
you
an
with a
area.
bow.
You know,
That's fair.
it's like I've said this a lot, but like when someone's really quote unquote good at Dark Souls, they're really good at skipping everything.
They're really good at like swerving around enemies.
Yeah, they have, but they don't really like play the game. So if you want to watch someone play the game, you have to watch someone's like first time playing it.
Give me that. Come here.
I mean, that's not entirely true because I'll still play through an area, but people that are like Dark Souls streamers, they just get more and more sick of all the areas.
Nah, I mean, to some extent I don't blame them, because if you've played it a million times before, it's really tedious to... someone's casting something. Come on, poison guy. What you gonna do?
I don't think you can get up there. I think it's a ledge.
Little bitch boy. Whoop. Alrighty. Could have been worse. Alright.
I think there's a spot that has 2 bonfire aesthetics. Like,
Oh, there's the trap trigger. What's the best way to go at this? I guess I gotta get her first, right? Oh, look at those hips. They don't lie.
hey, Neaver. Oh no.
I'm good. I'm good.
I usually do backstabs when I'm like, oh, I can regenerate for the whole backstab.
I mean, I have the Ring of Restoration on, but
Yeah.
you know,
But you're
poison.
like, I'll just get poisoned the whole
Yeah.
backstab.
Thank you, Dark Souls. Anyway, oh, it's one of these. Okay.
There's a guy up there too. Ooh.
Oh! It's like a cyclops with a very big mouth. Oh! Ow!
What was the thinking?
I don't know. I thought that maybe it was like some Indiana Jones shit where, like, if you do it the right way, something else will happen.
Well, I mean, you got the thing open, right?
Yeah. You know what I mean, though. Like, as in treasure chests appearing.
Oh, have you
and
been
stuff.
pressing A to random walls?
Yeah, every now and then, but, you know.
Because if there's any place there's going to be, like, secret doors, it's going to be in a hidden temple.
Right, of course. Repair powder. Is that foreshadowing game? I'm gonna break my stuff. Man, you'd think that that would be... I mean, it's got a doorway and everything.
Yeah.
Whoop.
What was that?
It was foreshadowing. Thank you, Dark Souls. Okay.
Oh, it's all spikes.
Yeah.
They usually don't do that much damage. It's just like thump, 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 thump.
Still. It's the principle. Oh, God. Fucking God.
Oh, and he doesn't get hurt by the spikes.
Oh.
Isn't that cute?
That is adorable.
So what are you going to do?
I'm gonna run this way.
Oh, are you? Maybe you should pull out a sword while you have this time.
I have a sword.
Why don't you pull out a sword that can hurt the ghost man?
Why you think I'm gonna hurt the ghost man?
Well, 'cause
I
your
have
choice.
a whole entire sack of repair powder. I'll have you know. I can survive the beetle thingies
Okay.
if I wanted to. Call me a bitch.
I mean, of the choice of going down and fighting bugs or a ghost man, I would...
I mean, he took a little bit of fire damage. He wasn't like super hurt. It was like 28 from a firebomb.
Yeah, but why don't you try lightning?
Do I have a lightning sword?
Yeah.
Oh, do you want me to just like put lightning powder on my sword?
You could do that too. But I'm positive you have a lightning sword.
Where?
Up. That one. Down. Down again. Is that a oh wait, left to the left then. Left. That one.
You want me to use this one?
It's lightning, yeah.
And this will kill the ghosts?
It's worth a shot. I've never played this, so I don't know. But if physical damage doesn't work, my next thought is magic.
This is lightning damage. It's only a little bit, though.
Yeah, well, that's why you just gotta hit him a lot of times.
Oh.
See if it does any damage, and then we'll figure out more lightning damage for you.
Ah! Wow. You know what? Fuck you. Don't think I'm worth your time. Fine. Who needs them, huh?
Oh, it did do something. What was that?
That was a chest.
I think you can
is it
take
worth
spike
it?
damage just fine.
Yeah, I know I can. I just... What's in the box? It's Dragonstone. Now I can go to Dragonland with my friends. Yep. That's a reference no one will understand. Alright,
Dragon test. Kill a guy.
let's get out my good sword.
Gotcha. And you have your lizard killing sword.
Whoa! Oh! I wasn't expecting to roll. Ah.
If you just didn't say anything, it would have been very stylish.
Would have been totally... Ah! Oh, fuck! Why? Ah! Sorry. I didn't know. I know. That's just bad luck right there, isn't it? Oh, you look friendly. Boot. Alright,
Oh wait, hit the statue. Maybe the statue is him. Maybe that's how you deal damage. Hit it.
Maybe you're right. Oh, fuck. Ah! Oh, fuck! Oh, fuck! It made him real!
Ah, there you go.
I'm so scared!
I don't know why you thought that they were gonna...
I can't see!
I couldn't see either. I did not think that that was gonna work.
Oh, come on. He was in the middle of like a combo,
Oh, how do you
so
put
I
a
thought...
poll in chat? Can I put a poll in chat? Who thought that that was gonna work?
Is there anyone in chat? Oh my god, the walk back though.
Yeah, Never's in chat.
Alrighty, whatever.
Can mods make polls? Make a poll.
How did I get there again? Get out of my way, out of my way. Whoop. Losing my mind, wish somebody won't tell me I'm fun. Where's that fucker? Whoop. Gosh. Don't like you. Nobody does. Ah! Okay. Almost back. It's a bit of a walk back, as you can see. But it's doable. Oh. Is that button already pressed, or do I just need to do a down attack on it? What do you think? Let me get my bug squasher. It's
Oh, that's new. Drakekeeper sword?
is it? I was looking for my bastard. I guess I can use this. Ugh. That step. Nah, I think...
What's the power attack? Because that's the pursuer. It's pursuer.
Yes, yes it
sword,
is.
You know, for an ultra great sword, it's not very ultra. It's just kind of, not compared to the guts sword.
Hmm.
Hey, why don't you go over there?
I already did. I'm walking back.
Past the pots.
Yes.
Great minds think alike.
suck. Alright.
I mean, you got them. Think about it this way.
Think about
Could
the
the
positives.
average person go to an ancient temple and defeat 2 of its guardians?
Well, when you say it like that, I guess I am pretty special.
Yeah.
Alrighty. The last time I went this way. Should I go this way? Oh, this is just like, yeah. So that's more of a roundabout way to get there, and then this is more direct. Ah! Why?
Nice. Efficient.
Calculated.
Synergy.
Alrighty.
Gurgi doesn't like Dark Souls.
I'm gonna jump over this time. Let's see what's on the other side.
You know, I gotta say, having a touchscreen on my laptop has just led me to not clean my screen. Because you can only see the stuff when it's on, and when it's off, like, that's the only time you don't push all the buttons.
Yeah. Huh. Well, I guess that was pointless.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Now how do you think I go about that?
A bow?
Maybe. Although it looks like it's already kind of pressed in.
Why don't you
Just by a bit.
Why don't you not replace your sword and just add another weapon, and then you can easily X that weapon off to if combat is called for.
And then you'll slow dodge, though.
No, because you could just open up the inventory really quick and press X instead of searching for the sword.
Alright, let's
Left
see.
bumper?
Ooh. Hey. Nice.
Then you can open up your inventory and just like, boop,
Boopa.
exit, yeah.
I'm learning. Ah. Don't you get near me with your gross poison. You gross.
Just enough poison resistance.
That's why you don't have a ghoul friend. Get it? Ghoul. Because they're all dead.
Alright. Well, I guess that's an insult. I'll allow it.
Aren't you glad the... Oh my god!
That looks really cool.
That was really cool. I wish it didn't kill me.
Yeah. I could see you wanting that.
Yeah, it seems like you can't use the stairs? Or did the guy at the bottom press something?
Do you have to go fix your rings?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, 'cause that's the second one.
I don't like you losing progress either, so I fix my rangs.
Yeah. I could, like, go on with, like, cheat engine and make you a bunch of rings so you don't have to go back as much.
I don't
This is
ride
what
that
I did.
often.
I used I didn't use the anti-curse ring, I just used that one. And I would just go back and fix it all the time.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's not worth the frustration of losing a lot of progress.
I also don't like the idea of using up a limited item while playing. It makes me not want to turn on the game. And I remember thinking, like, oh, it might be fun to play that game. And then I was like, no, I'd rather play a different game, because I was, like, thinking about, oh, well, I haven't practiced enough. I haven't, like, played that much, so I probably wouldn't be good, and then I'd waste these items, and then I don't know if I would want to keep playing afterwards, like, if I would be interested enough in the game to make use of getting warmed up into it. So I just didn't play the game. And then I was like, maybe I should just cheat. And then I would actually play it. And like, if the difference is playing the game or not playing the game, you know, you kind of set your own difficulty.
Oh, God. You just came in after all the ruckus, huh?
It's a weird thing, like, people getting very upset when people play, like, Elden Ring or something like that, like, a certain way. They're like, oh, I can't believe you use spirit summons. Like,
yeah, right.
I don't know, like, they have a real...
Easy mode.
They have, like, a real problem with it. And I kind of sympathize, and I just don't understand, like, why they're so upset.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like, how about I play the game that I want to play?
Or when people play and they just like play offline or they don't get invaded or something, and then they're like, how dare you?
Yeah, people invading you, getting upset that people are disconnecting because they don't want to play with you.
Oh, I thought you were talking about going out of bounds and just like causing invaders to start being
Oh,
mad
fucking goddamn
on
it.
the Steam forums. No Stone Shield in this game?
No.
Stone Shield?
The fingerprint shield.
Ah.
Because they're thinking of
yeah.
Sir Husbando in Elden Ring.
Dude, the Stone Shield in Elden Ring was so cool, like not having any block, any stamina loss. Did we beat the shit out of Elden Ring, right?
Yes.
There's nothing else to do?
There's nothing else. There's just New Game Plus. I guess they got the DLC coming, but, you know, that won't be for a while.
Yeah.
For now, it's just they got the, fucking...
It might be nice.
Arena.
It might be nice to play New Game Plus with you.
Yeah.
Especially because I haven't touched it in a while.
Oh, come on! Why did you trigger early? Why did you trigger early?
I can kind of like empathize with the feeling of like, how dare this person play a game the wrong way. Because like, I was talking to like a friend of mine who is one of those friends that you're only kind of friends with because not even...
Should I hit this with the bow?
I feel like you can step on stuff on the floor, but...
No, I mean, I already stepped on it.
Yeah, you're
but
right.
it
It's pushed in and it's not working. So
I don't know
maybe...
if it's like you didn't do it the right way or if you can't do it at all. That's
Maybe
the
you have to
question.
do something to get it to push out and then you can push it in.
That's a thought. Yeah, nothing.
Yeah. So I was talking to a friend that was kind of only a friend by association. Like, my other friends didn't really like him, but they'd known him for a long time, and he was like, he was very elitist without like real reason to be. And he was also like a raging asshole. It's not that being elitist makes you an asshole, but like, he just was an asshole. And he was talking about playing Skyrim, and he was like,
Oh God.
posting
Jeez.
like tips
Why?
of like how to play Skyrim on Facebook, and it just made me so irritated. It was like, and he's saying them as though everyone's like so much lesser than him, but the tips are like so retarded. Like, it's just like, he's unironically writing pro tip. Fucking Christ. He was like, pro tip, if something's too hard in Skyrim, you can use a technique called kiting where you walk backwards. I was like, Jesus fucking Christ, man.
You don't say.
And it was so annoying because like,
Walking away from the enemy? Whoa.
you had to do that in Oblivion, you know? But you don't have to do that in Skyrim. Like, you could, like, Skyrim was so much better designed than Oblivion. I was stuck in Oblivion walking backwards with 70 speed so that I was shooting a bow, you know, and it felt terrible. Like, you know, you cast a spell in Oblivion, it takes forever to get it back, so if something's too hard to fight in melee, or you're waiting for your stamina to go back, you have to like walk away at like turbo speed. Nice.
Oh God! Why?
That is quite a few.
Oh, you. Oh God! So much poison. Don't like. You know what? I don't like.
A real Indiana Jones would hit the button as he was leaving and then dived in. Oh,
They
I
can't reach
forgot.
me over here.
Oh.
Fuck you.
This is why being a mage is good, because then you can shoot him.
Right.
Probably wouldn't kill him, but you just... Pew. Anyway, he was like... Oh, man. It just irritated me so much, him giving, like, these stupid-ass tips and acting like everyone's dumb. It's like, you're so bad. Like, Skyrim wasn't that shittily designed, you know? Like, you could kind of play Skyrim without it feeling as much like a game, if that makes sense. Like, you didn't have to abuse the systems in order to survive. Whereas, like, Oblivion, you're always kind of looking for a thing to hop on top of. Like, it's such a shit show, like, with the level scaling. Like, if you don't control your own level ups...
Okay, I see. So this button.
God.
I think I walked on that button. Let's get this guy over here first.
The fucking nightmare of Oblivion was playing for like an hour, not saving, and then hearing the combat music in the woods and you know it's a mountain lion. And everything scales but you know? You get 100 blade, you get 100, like... You have 100 endurance, you have the max health, you have the max stamina, and then a mountain lion hits you, and the stagger length is so long that it chains it into another stagger, and you haven't saved, and you're just like,
Yeah.
But Skyrim wasn't that bad. You didn't have to do stuff so that you wouldn't get, like, murdered. Like, it felt like a requirement of playing Oblivion was...
I feel like there's another button somewhere.
That
They
would be
seem
funny.
evil enough to, like, put another button somewhere.
Oh,
you know?
get him with the button, yeah. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't die, but you do?
I know, it's dumb.
Ridiculous.
Get out of here. Get him out of here.
So anyway, he was bragging about beating a boss in Skyrim. And it was a...
Oh, gee, I wonder if that's a mimic.
Oh, is it?
Oh, I think it was just the light shining. I thought it was teeth at first.
Watch it be a mimic. That'd be so fucking funny.
I would be so mad.
He was bragging about beating like a dragon priest guy, one of the guys that has the masks in Skyrim. And how he did it was he went into the room and Fusroda'd him, and then walked outside the loading screen. Like he went out the door into another loading screen and then hit waited for an hour so his Fusroda would go back, and then went back in and Fusroda'd him.
Okay. I think I know what's going on here. These are shortcuts, but you gotta be on the other side to open them, I guess.
Oh,
And then, yeah.
That's a neat idea.
That's what I think.
So he ran into the room, Fusroda'd, ran out, waited an hour, ran back in, Fusroda'd, and then he Fusroda'd and then, quote, noped out of there.
I don't think there's anything else I can do here, so I gotta just go back.
And he did that for like 50 minutes. And there's just something about him describing it that's just like, I just lost my fucking mind. I just couldn't even handle how stupid that was. Like, if you're gonna do that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you just hit tilde, click on the dragon priest and hit type kill? Because at that point, like, are you even playing the game? Like,
Alright.
is it even a strategy to go in, Fusroda, leave, wait an hour, go back in, and then repeat that for a real life 50 minutes?
I think I'll go this way.
And there was just something about it that, oh yeah, go for it, let's see. Yeah, there was just something about it that, like...
Oh god, it really did not lock me onto the one that I was staring at all, did it?
So when I'm annoyed by people getting angry that people wouldn't want to play with invasions or wouldn't want to play with like X, Y, or Z in Elden Ring or Dark Souls or whatever. I wonder what about them could be similar to how angry I was that this asshole was acting superior while describing the most ridiculous strategy. That's like something you'd be like, haha, I beat the game without pressing the attack button, and this is how. Like, I did a challenge run. Like, it's like... But that's just him regularly playing the game, and it's like...
Right.
So can you break those?
Yes, but it's not a good idea.
Yeah, it breaks your equipment. Okay.
Yeah. Let me fix that. It's a good thing I got this one sack of repair powder. Thank you, Dark Souls. Always looking out for me.
I heard of a store where you can buy infinite repair powder.
You stand too close.
Actually, no joke. I think there is a guy that sells infinite repair powder. I think it's the ghost guy in the castle lobby. I'll be right back. I'm gonna take some like Claritin or something.
Okay. No problem. It's fine. Flynn's ring. What does Flynn's ring do? Where is Flynn's ring? Aha! Lowering equipment load increases physical attack. That'd be good for a big bonk.
I actually did know that. I don't think you'll make any use of it though.
Right. I'm not lowering my load for sure. My waifu calls for me. Right. There's another door I can open. Oh, this is, yeah. Okay, I know where I am. So I went around in a circle. I suppose I should have saw that coming. Alright, Ghost Man is over here. I don't think she can see me. So I don't gotta worry about that, I don't think. Alright. Oop, what was that? So let's try out electricity sword, I suppose, on Ghost Man. If he has the nerve to show his face around me again. What? Oh god, he got the nerve. Oh god.
Have you been
I don't remember there
watching-
being two of them. Man, they must have really been ignoring me before. I
Have
definitely
you been
don't.
watching The Last of Us?
Oh my god, it does so little. It's not even. That's not doable.
So then, I guess you have to break the statues.
Oh,
Oh man,
I didn't realize it did that much.
I was surprised when you fell down how much damage it did.
Yeah, right. It doesn't look that high.
No, like when you fell down the first time, it took like half your life,
I
and
didn't
I
even-
was like,
I thought that was from the bugs. I didn't realize.
oh, okay, because you said oh, and I was like, okay, so she's surprised too, because I was, I didn't expect it to do that much. If you want more repair powder, I'm pretty sure, what's his name, like Chancellor Orwelliger or something?
I don't.
In the
You'd have to look.
in the main lobby of the castle, I'm pretty sure he gives repair powder. He's a ghost or whatever. I'm pretty sure that's his like item that everybody likes him for. Infinite repair powder.
Okay. Do you know what bonfire I should teleport to?
unless there's one closer, it should... What's the first bonfire?
King's Gate.
I guess that's the nearest to him, yeah. You have to go backwards quite a distance to get to him, but yeah.
Okay.
It shouldn't be too bad in regular. Scholar of the First Sin, it's a nightmare you have to fight through all these enemies, but...
I killed an
So it's a
awful lot of enemies
cross.
also.
So that's the final boss, I think. But
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
you go across,
Cross?
and then none of these guys are alive in vanilla. But in Scholar, I think they just... we haven't been watching Last of Us. I actually don't know...
I heard mixed reviews about it. Oh god.
Oh, there are guys.
Oh god, I still have to do a fucking heaty night.
But you do more damage.
Whoop! Right?
You do bonus damage to people in armor, right? Maybe?
It's
Like
not
that?
enough.
I think... Did I make that up? I might have made that up.
Oh, they're coming to me. Perfect.
Get him! Get him!
Yeah. Get fucked. See? That's how much I
Get him!
should.
Get him! Get him! Get him! So honorable, waiting for him to get off the ladder.
They have a whole animation. So it's like, eh.
Quantum Weasel thinks it is well made.
That's good to hear.
It's shocking. I always assume every show is going to be terrible.
To be brutally honest, I'm not a big fan of the video games anyway. So I wouldn't.
You didn't want a tranny to beat the... to kill the character from the first game? So there are enemies in vanilla. I didn't realize that.
Hmm.
Go left.
So he's the ghost guy up top there?
Yeah, go murder that guy.
Oh. Blast.
Just...
Away with you. Oh god. He's gonna chase me, isn't he?
Well, those guys are easy. Just kill them.
Is he stuck? Oh, there he is. No, the spear and shield combo. My least favorite combo.
Just circle around, backstab.
I'm trying. Who knows
A
the
master
ways?
of the arts. There you go.
Ooh. Oh.
Get him, get him, get him. There you go. Now up the stairs in the middle. There's the ghost man.
That guy. I remember this guy.
Pretty sure he sells repair powder. Fuck.
Well,
Those are
Sells other
you know what these
things.
are that he's selling? These are the pre-order items.
oh.
Does he wait? Oh yeah, he has other. Yeah.
There
Okay.
we go.
So he does have infinite repair powder.
Alright,
It's
how many
expensive.
do you think I need, guys?
I don't know.
Everything?
I mean, you're already here, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Why don't you buy everything and then sometime later I'll like figure out cheat engine, give you 99, and then we'll just
Okay.
Oh, look at you! I totally fucking forgot about that.
No need to struggle more than we already have to.
It's kind of depressing how many like far left writers there are in like so many different fields.
Oh yeah.
I remember playing Guild Wars 2 and like just the horror of like the writing. I just felt like that's like there's the grindy elements to MMOs and stuff, which is like part of the reason I stopped playing. But like the real thing that like got me was just feeling like the writers had set up a world to just
Be their mouthpiece.
yeah, and I have a message I didn't want to hear.
Fucking God.
So like in the first game, the Char,
Yeah,
which are these
wait
like
for me.
fire worshipping like human sacrificing horrible race of evil cat people.
Lovely.
Like, you do these quests and you find these like the charred body of women and children, like in huddled together that were like burned in a ritual sacrifice, and like, you know, it's like brutal, right? And like the char are like so evil. Like, one of the items you pick up when you kill them is char hide. Like, they're not even like, you don't even respect them as like sentient creatures. You like sell their skin for clothes. Like, they're so evil. You in like, there's this whole like there's this whole long quest where it's like a beautiful idyllic meadow, and there's this little girl and she lost her flute because there's these little creatures by the river that scared her, and you go and you find the flute, but it's a broken flute, and she's like, oh, thank you anyway, that's so nice of you. And there's no quest reward. I think it gives you experience or something, but it's just like kind of, you know, it's just to do it for fun. And then she's like, oh, I wish I had like a new flute. I would like I'd play you a song to thank you, but my flute's broken. So then you can buy her a flute, and it costs like nothing, right? You buy her a flute, and then she's like, and then she plays you a song, and it like gives you this some like dog shit healing buff. Like, you don't need it, but it's just like a cute, happy little thing. It's like, oh, I made the little girl happy. That's nice.
Yeah, that is nice.
And then there's this one merchant who sells little girls' cape.
Little fucking bitch.
And I was like, oh, well, maybe I get something if I give her the little girl's cape. And then you give it to her, and she's like, oh my god, what a nice gift. That's so nice of you. I'll follow you around and play my dog shit healing spell. And then she, like, dances around and like, she skips behind you and plays, like, I don't know, it's like +1 health a second.
Wow. She's like skipping behind you like, I'm helping.
It's like a constant +1 health thing. But, you know, to be fair, the game has like a max when you're level 20 of like 500 health, and then everyone has a vigor rune, so it's like 540. So, you know, so it's like a lot, I guess, at that level. It's like, because you have like 100 or 200 health or something, and she's one a second is actually a decent amount, but it's just like, you know, it just doesn't like really matter. But it's just a cute, like, happy little thing.
Damn it, did I step on it?
I don't know, maybe he did it.
Fucking...
What a slut.
What an absolute whore.
It's like what Wizards of the Coast is doing with D&D. Yeah, fucking kill me. Anyway, the cat, and then you there's the searing, right? The char drop like fire on Ascalon, and they burn it to a crisp, and it's like this a post-apocalyptic fantasy afterwards where everything is burned and there's all these like twin-tailed scorpions that are, you know, after you, and it's just this very grim setting, and it's the debate between going west over these like impassable snowy mountains to find a new land to settle that's like verdant and green and can grow crops, or to stay and fight the char, and then because there's no choices, you know, you make the choice to go west with Prince Rurik, and you find his like girlfriend's burned body, like killed by the char, and it's like fucking like brutal, right? And then if you explore around, there's no quest for it, but if you explore around,
See me. Why did she see me that one time?
if you explore around and you kind of like cock your head and like try to figure out where the map is supposed to be, if you find the spot that you picked up Little Gwen, if you find it on the map, and they don't, there's no map markers, everything's obscured, but if you kind of figure where it would have been based on, they changed the orientation a little bit, so it's pretty confusing, but if you find the spot where she would have been, there's a broken flute and a crater, and so it's implied that the little girl was killed by a meteor.
Oh my god!
Like from the char, like they in the bombardment they kill the little girl, and it's like this little tragic thing that's just like hidden in the game. Fast forward to Guild Wars 2, and they're like, humans are bad and the char are like good or whatever, and then you go and there's these char who live in Ascalon, the place where they burned everyone alive and killed people, and they're like, oh, it wasn't our fault, we had a religion and it told us to. And then
really, the religion is the bad
there's
thing.
these
not
ghosts of Ascalonians, right, who are killing Char and like still fighting the battle. Like they're haunted by the ghosts of the people they murdered. And then they're like, oh, these bigots won't let it go. And it's like,
Excuse
what
me?
the fuck? And there's like quests to kill the ghosts. It's like, I'm not killing a single ghost, you absolute psychopath writers. I'm a human. These are fucking cannibalistic cat people.
Oh my god!
They burned and ate babies.
They killed the little girl!
They killed Gwen.
Oh man, I was thinking to myself, man,
Chester
I really
Thomas
hope
comes to fight you.
I really
He's got
hope
fire, dude. I would not back up.
I'm doing the best I can with what I have. My god,
Oh,
he
he has
doesn't
great
take.
combustion. Get away. Oh,
My god, he does not take a whole lot of damage from me. What's up with that?
he took a lot of fucking damage from the Medusa lady. Way to be useful when you don't need to be, bitch. But
I thought I was strong.
they also released a DLC for the first game where Gwen is alive instead, and she's like hot, and she doesn't know who you are. Like she doesn't recognize you, and it's like
Thanks.
it's like all right. So why why do you do this?
So
And you can hire her as like a follower or whatever. It's just like bizarre. But yeah, it was so weird to see the writing be like, the narrative position of the writing was that the ghosts of Ascalon were bigots and they just don't like Char because they killed them.
Oh no.
And they're like, oh, well, we don't follow that religion anymore. It's really bigoted of these ghosts to be upset about being murdered in their homes, burned alive. You know, we just did it because we wanted power, and you know.
We didn't get it, so now we feel really bad.
And then they're like, and initially the Char like pollute a lot, and they there's like this river that's entirely filled with oil, because they're just like, you know, they just fucked up the environment like doing fire stuff. And the river puts like a shitty debuff on you, and it fucking takes forever to walk through it, and you know. And then they're like, oh, you know, second game, they just get rid of all the pollution concepts from the Char, and they're just like, oh, they're just like us, but better, because they understand technology so much better. For some reason, they decided the Char would be super advanced and have guns. And it's like, I don't know, they kind of seemed like filthy goddamn savages worshipping a fire god. But, you know, you do you, I guess. And then they
But they're
gave
so
them, like,
much better than humans, Adam.
they gave
because
them,
they're
like,
not human.
the latest DLC for the Guild Wars 1 was so like weird. They were like, oh, not all Char are evil, you bigoted human. It's like, what the fuck? It's like just the ones that worship like the fire guy, not us. You're so stupid. Like, and there's like a Char archer who's like, oh, you're kind of smart for a human. It's like, oh,
Whoa.
all right.
Okay.
Because you don't know how to make clothes. You literally... Okay. Big words for a guy in a loincloth. And then, yeah. The second game, they all have, like, plate armor. And it's just, like, fucking crazy.
Alrighty. I'll just run past.
I think my laptop is like...
Dying.
Yeah, it's not the most robust of machineries.
Well, you can always use mine.
Hey, we tried to exterminate you and polluted everything, so no hard feelings, ghosts of those who we brutally killed. I mean, we don't do that anymore, so...
We don't do it anymore.
Yeah, I mean, we don't...
Really, it's the religion that was
It's
the
so-
evil part.
That shit is fucking insane, where they're like, oh, it's so bigoted to assume that all Char follow the fire religion. It's like, what the fuck is going on? Why do it at all? Like, oh my god. And then it's like, oh, can you help us kill the ghosts of It's like, no, I played the first game, you psychopath. Like, what? And there's no option to refuse. There's no option to kill Char. It's just like, no, you just have to accept how things are, you filthy bigot. It's just the craziest.
Why? Oh, I'm gonna run past Jester Thomas. I can't deal with this.
And then, like, unsurprisingly, there was that whole thing where, like, one of the writers got into a fight with,
Oh. This is a boss? Let's figure it out.
beat him up. There was a whole thing where, like, one of the writers got into it. That looks so fucking dumb. Oh, kill that to put it out of its misery. Jesus Christ. There's another one to your right, by the way. Is this a repurposed dragon ass? I think it is.
Oh god. Oh god. It jumped.
Oh, Jester Thomas is still here!
Whoop. Bad Jester Thomas.
That is barely a thing.
Ah! Oh, Jester Thomas!
Well, now you know. Can I use your laptop for the chat?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know.
Take it. Take it! I said you can use my laptop while you were putting your laptop away. Anyway. Jester Thomas. Making me travel back home. Fix my rangs. I guess I can also do the final boss
So
if you have any interest in that, chat.
So
I don't think I'd win the final boss, but I can do it.
So this is where Elden Ring got the idea for T-Rex doggos? Yeah. How's it going, King Credo? Yeah, it is also a tragedy what Wizards of the Coast is doing to D&D, where they were like, isn't it so great? We you buy this book. No white people worked on it. Isn't that a plus for you? And it's like, who do you think plays D&D? Like, and then it sold terribly, and then they were like backtracking, and like, it's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, why? Why would you like propose that as like
a good thing? It's like, yeah, no white writers allowed.
Fair night.
Segregation.
Hanging with my favorite streamer. Aww.
Aww. Don't I feel special? Whoop.
Fucking on a long rest, you can change your gender. Thanks.
I really wanted that.
And then they were like, we're going to rewrite all of the race descriptions, so if they have dark skin, they're not evil anymore. It's like, what the fuck? So dark elves are no longer... They just deleted all the lines that say that they're naturally evil.
Okay, wonderful.
But it's like, you know, Drizzt was a character, he was a rebel, right? He was different. Like, he's not like other dark elves, because he was a good guy. And that was he was rebellious and an anti-edgy guy for his culture, and that meant that he would do good things, right? And that was what made him, like, interesting. But now it's just like, he's just a fucking loser, I guess. He's just the same as everybody else.
Yes, sirree.
I remember Vin Diesel was explaining how... He's explaining his character. When he played D&D as a kid, he was like, oh yeah, I was like really edgy. And sometimes the party would come to me and try to get me to go on a quest, and sometimes I would just go my own way. And it's like, oh my god, that sounds like a literal nightmare for a DM.
Yeah, right. Just trying their best to work with this guy, and he's like, no.
It's like you're sitting at the same table while people are just doing other stuff.
They just want to play with you. That's pretty funny, though.
Yeah, Shadow the Hedgehog, the Dark Elf Ranger. I hear, though, that Mario could jump on his head.
I have heard that
And
before,
he would
yeah.
just die.
Mario's pretty tough. He's a tough guy. As you know, most New Yorkers are.
Hey.
Hey.
Hey, yo.
Hey. I'm gonna go to the bathroom, but if you would like, you can try to get past the ghost section for me.
Yeah. Yeah, just pause the game and I'll,
No, I'll get you there first, cause I'm a nice gal.
Why did you do this to me?
What?
Oh, you're not gonna... Oh, okay, so this is a different route?
No, this is the air out. See? This is the
Okay,
area
gotcha,
where
gotcha.
the ghost people are.
Okay.
Alright. I'll be right back, chats. Until then, enjoy Adam.
Okay.
And Dark Souls 2 for me.
Alright, chat. What do we got that does, like, not... We had the Hide Knight Sword. Yeah! Oh, that's, like, a lot of damage. Did she upgrade this? No, it's just... 78 versus 50? That's it. We're getting this item. She keeps on walking past it. Alright. Maybe she was right to walk past it. If it was just me playing, I would put the controller down and start editing while I'm waiting for my regen to kick in. But we're going to be more civilized. No backstabs? Maybe I just didn't line up. I guess no backstab. I don't know. Can I get him to come? There we go. Now we have a nice, relaxing... Man, this is... Fuck. A lot of memories here, a lot of deaths too. It's like taking no damage, run. Fair point. If you make it back, bro. Here? Oh wow, she's found no bonfires? Fuck. Is this the right place? Shulva?
Yes. You died?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's quite a run back, so you better just give it to me. Did you already heal the rings? Heal the rings. Yeah.
Schmelter sword. Oh, you have a +10 greatsword?
I do. That's for squashing bugs.
This also could be bug squashing, by the way.
Yeah.
Has verticals. Oh yeah, here we go.
Got the two tritons.
So her first her first like
Yeah, I didn't cheat those in.
She
I got them naturally.
But she used the shitty item too. Like she didn't use petrified dragon bone or anything. She used like a small stone and she used 2 small stones. She had 2, used both, got 2 Channeler's tridents, and then she was like, "What's the deal with the stones? Why would I want all these tridents?" And it's like, "Oh, that's cool, dude. Just like a just literally like a 2% drop. Like, oh yeah, why do I want all these?" It's like no, it's like even less. It's like not even a full percentage point chance, and you just like use two of the shitty items that don't even have a high drop rate, and you're just like, oh,
No,
I have all of these. Why don't I just throw them in the trash?
sword.
I just chuck them in the fucking garbage.
I guess I'll just garbage them. Yeah. Adam's reaction when he saw that I had 2 tridents, he's like, was baffled.
Yeah, I just like. I think I looked it up, and it was like. I don't even know. The drop rate was like.
I remember you like doing it over and over again to get the trident too. I just didn't realize that it was the trident you were trying to get.
I don't even know if I was looking for the trident or not. No, probably not. I was probably looking for.
Oh, you motherfucker! Oh, you motherfucker! He shouldn't have followed me.
Spear and shield is always my favorite. Yeah. We found the statues. We broke the statues like later.
Oh, you didn't try to break the statues?
No, I was just trying to fight the ghost to see if I could beat him with just the fire sword.
I see.
Just to see.
I see.
His patterns aren't very like difficult to figure out, especially when you can kind of block and stay. Blocking is nice because it lets you stay in a place where you can counter, whereas dodging feels much more like
I like locking.
passive. You know? And it feels bad to just roll and then the sword swing just goes through you, and it's like, but that's not what would happen. Whereas like Elden Ring, they got it perfect with the blocking, where it like knocks you back, and like some of the attacks like you can't counterattack out of.
I do like Elden Ring blocking.
And then like when you're like totally fucked, and you should dodge, right? But it's going to be one powerful attack. It feels cool to block knowing it's going to break your guard and that there's not going to be a follow up in time, because it just looks cool to like, ching, and have your shield knocked away, and then just manage your stamina better. It's just so cool blocking in Elden Ring. And then the guard counters. Sword and Shield is so cool in that game.
Mm-hmm. I know.
It reminds me of the legendary moment in Rise, Son of Rome, when the trap got me. I don't remember a trap getting me. I remember the fucking... I'm surrounded by soldiers, and then a guy comes out of fucking nowhere and kills me. It's like, do you guys do anything?
Cool guy.
Yeah, exactly, Neaver.
It's worth it to do the cooldown move.
Especially when they slide you back like a fucking Dragon Ball Z hit. Where it's like, it's so strong they like grind back on their heels.
I love it when they hit you and you like, you got the shield up still, you're fine, but it like launches you into the air and you roll backwards.
It looks so much better than just diving randomly.
Oh, this.
Yeah, it looks terrible. Like, it looks so stupid. And you do it all the time. Like, for Bloodborne, they changed the dodge to be like very edgy and like, like zipping around, and that feels cool. Like in what's it called? Code Vein. You do that like fast zipping around. That feels cool.
That does feel cool. I like that.
Yeah, I like that dodging. But like, if I'm gonna play a big, strong character, they can't be zipping around like a fucking Dragon Ball Z character. You love the feeling of blocking the fire giant and flying back. It does feel so powerful. It feels very like epic hero. I'm just laughing because the amount of times I've successfully blocked the fire giant versus just like dying because it went over my head or something. It's like astronomical.
I guess I should go to the stones. I think that was to the right.
And the sound is great too. I want to, you know what? I want to play. This makes me want to play Elden Ring with a sword and shield guy. I was gonna do a Prince Charming run where I like modded my shield to actually be able to like block.
I think it was to the right.
And then just do a bunch of like guard counters and stuff.
Let's see. There's a door somewhere, right? Oh, the ladder. That's right. I went up the ladder last time.
Oh, that guy whiffed so hard.
Oh, no.
I would not have walked forward.
Oh, God.
Yeah, you're safe right there.
I didn't realize I was that far forward. Where did I go last time? To get the statue room. Where was that? Was it over there? Oh, God. I don't know.
I wish the shields could be raised overhead and blocked from above. You can with one of the weapon arts. It'll like you'll crouch down with the shield and that will block overhead, I think. It looks like it blocks overhead. Who knows what actually works? It feels like it works.
Faces on them.
But that could just be like I tested it with something, like a stomp, and it worked, but who knows?
Just die already. I gotta go. What? What?
Oh, the spite kill! Oh, what?
I didn't know that was a thing.
I didn't know that was a thing either.
Do I have anything that cures poison?
Yeah, right there. To the right.
Where?
All the way to the right. All the way to the right.
This?
Yeah.
Okay. It looks like a moss clump, so I wouldn't have expected that.
That's what it is in Dark Souls.
Yeah.
It's always normally it's like purple, I think.
I think all the way across.
Ashura versus Wizen. What is that from?
Stop it!
Praise the Sun is still a thing, Jamie Rose.
Oh, so it stays broken because he.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
like
the statues stay broken.
Like the spawning tablets from wherever that
What
was.
does that do? Hope that does something good. Ooh, okay. This is a good chest.
It makes me want to play through.
No, it's a bad chest.
Well, it's better than the crossbow one.
Gimme.
I found a script that let you parry after successfully like perfect blocking, like within like a tiny margin, so you could, so you could parry without taking the risk of actually hitting the parry button, which is super duper cheating. But I kind of felt like it looked cool, and I was thinking maybe it would be fun for a. I played through just like one boss with it. I thought it'd be fun for like a Prince Charming run. Like Prince Philip, rather.
I knew what you.
Just some sword and shield, like classic action.
Hell yeah, man. It's the best way to go, man. It's the best way. Was it up the stairs?
That offline co-op thing
God.
is so cool.
Just a lot of poison enemies, huh?
It's very buggy, but like, and it's also like, the game kind of should have this feature sort of thing, but it's just nice to be able to do it.
Right, right.
Yeah, the golden parry I've used, it feels bizarre. I've also fought people in PvP with that, and I just thought that was the most cancer shit. It can parry from like further away, and it just like you parry this whole area in front of you. You can parry multiple guys at once or whatever.
Oh, this is where I was. So I just opened up yeah. Alright, so I opened up that door. Got it. Where was the statues then? Is it through here?
There was that one room where there was the two guys looking at the statue.
Yeah.
That's probably supposed to... Oh, that's the room, yeah.
This is the statue room. Oh, God. Oh,
Ooh.
oh, God. Fucking ninja knights. I don't like ninja knights. I have a bias against them.
Too much, whatever that area is called. There's a whole samurai knight like area.
Yeah, I know.
It's so stupid.
Yeah. So, can I, like, run through the ghosts? Have I tried that before? I'm just so used to, like, enemies path blocking me. And if I can't get in the room and I just, like, stay in the hallway and die, I get very upsetty spaghetti. So I don't want that to happen.
What happens?
When the enemies body block you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I don't know if I can walk through the ghosts.
No, you
or...
can't. No.
Yeah. That fucking sucks.
They wouldn't have coded in something like that. That's a lot of work.
That would have been nice.
Yeah. No. Just use the Rasengan weapon art.
Alright, I'm gonna have to go
I
quick.
gotta say, there's like a tradition in anime of just kind of giving the main character the less cool option. And that is definitely the case with that. Like, Sasuke has the
Oh, God.
Chidori, where it's like all lightning around his hand, and then Naruto has like, it spins
Bit by
like
bit.
your hair grows and stuff,
Bit by
right?
bit.
Isn't that
Bit
cool?
by bit.
Check out this water balloon. All right, you're ready to use this thing?
You're not chasing me? Oh! I wasn't expecting that. Hey chat, how do you feel about guns in medieval? Well, I mean, serious question. Is that no good or is that fine? Because there were like there was a period in time where there was like guns alongside knights and whatnot.
Yes, I used to have a huge problem with it because I used to kind of swallow the black pill of like guns were the end of knights, and like there's a lot of, I used to hate it when fantasy stuff would have this idea that they'd leave you with at the end that like, oh, all this stuff was like temporary and it's all like over or whatever. You know, I used to just hate that, and it felt like guns were the big indicator of like, you know, it's just that guy alone. I think you can just kick his ass.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So the statues I'm firing at are like also other ghosts around the area. Then I guess
Fucking.
that's what you get for using a shitty crossbow. Should have used a gun.
Yeah, I used to have a huge problem with it, but then
Go on.
I don't know, I must have played some kind of game where they were like balanced in there or something, and they were good for some stuff and bad for other stuff, and then I was just like, yeah, this actually does work. It's just the attitude that people sometimes have where like, oh, a gun would just instantly win every situation because it is gun and therefore good. Whereas like if it's more like if it fits more with like the world,
Oof,
I feel like
let's see,
it's
water
good.
drop.
In my new book, I actually have guns exist, but they're just not that relevant. And I sort of balanced them around a little bit because I felt like they fit like aesthetically, you know, with a world that's very kind of dark fantasy, having a lot of trouble with monsters. Because I think guns represent a decent amount of like human ingenuity, like
Yeah.
overcoming
So now I can kill those guys.
monsters, right? Because a big musket crack is a very like narratively satisfying thing to throw in, and then but I made them like sort of balanced and not super duper relevant. Like lead is like semi like anti-magic, and therefore like you can't enchant the bullets. So oh, now he's getting stabbed. Huh.
Yeah. That's nice.
I did a few things to make the guns not feel like the just solution to all combat. Especially because magic exists, and I feel like if magic exists, you wouldn't end up with a world that looks like ours. There would be...
That is a fair assumption.
there would be some synergy between magic and technology, and you probably wouldn't end up with a world where it's just like first guy who shoots wins, which it has its charm in like cowboy stuff, but it feels, yeah, I don't know, it doesn't have as much like satisfying back and forth as you otherwise have.
Here's the other guy. How should I go about this man?
King Credo cites Evil Dead as success of guns and medieval stuff.
Get fucking
Like Army of
owned.
Darkness.
That's what you get
Shop
for
smart,
doing
shop
super...
S-Smart, smart. We passed an S-Smart.
Yes, we did.
When we were on that double date with John, and I was like, holy fuck, S-Smart. And they were like, oh yeah, it's like Chinese food or whatever. Like it's like an Asian supermarket.
They
and I
didn't
was
get
like,
it.
And I was like,
No, you don't
do you shop
understand.
smart? S-Smart, smart? I was just like, I feel like I've heard that before. And I was like, yeah, Evil Dead. And he was like, holy shit, I never put that together. We go there every once in a while. I never even thought about that.
Is that ground? No, that's abyss. Right. Who knows?
I think, by the way, Neva, I think she was saying muskets, right? In medieval? Not... You weren't thinking that someone would have like a...
Not shotguns or...
no one would be loading up an M16 and...
An AK-47 just... No. No. I'm thinking specific types of guns, but guns in general. How do you feel about them? Even if they're the super yieldy guns, are they still okay in medieval settings? Some people have hot takes on that, you know?
Yeah. Final Fantasy does guns well. They're new things that the nobles scoff at, but they're proven to be just as capable. I don't know.
Man, I don't know how I'm gonna deal with Jester Thomas.
I think hitting Y is the most powerful thing in that game. It's like you throw the sword and then teleport to it, and it does like a ridiculous amount of damage. Whereas
I have no idea what you're talking about.
in Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
Whereas just shooting someone with a gun seems to not do that much. I remember Final Fantasy VII. There's all these like stupid like, could this guy beat this guy in a fight things, and what are they called? Screw attack, death battles.
The worst. What do I do? Do you have any advice for me, chat? Besides get killed.
If you get hit, run away and heal.
Then he'll throw the fire. Because
Well,
you know it's ranged.
run away better.
You want to go fight him?
Don't die and get good is what Chad says.
Yeah, sure. You don't do a lot of damage to him.
I think also
which is quite shocking.
muskets don't really make irrelevant crossbows and bows. And if you engineer the world to have magic work in a particular way, you can then logic through bows and crossbows still having their relevant places.
Can we just appreciate how fucking adorable my waifu is? I love her design so much.
Like, if you have the magic work, like, if you have enchanted arrows and then you logic away that enchanted, like, musket shots will not work, then they fit in a world better rather than, like, just replacing it. Even if you move up to, like, machine guns and stuff, like, Dune had those shield belts or whatever, and arrows would go through, but, like, bullets wouldn't, and then lasers cause a nuclear explosion. Something like that. So you have this kind of very simple, like, rock, paper, scissors going on. So you can keep all the cool... Because if there's someone that likes crossbows, or someone that likes bows, you don't want to, like, take that out of their fantasy for them. Oh, the wrong Final Fantasy? Yeah, it was, I don't even know, 14. The 15 is the boy band. I don't know what 14 is.
Yeah, you really want to beat me up that badly?
I feel like guns would replace magic, and then magic would enhance guns via enchantment. That's like a way that it could happen, but you could do it a couple different ways. For sure, like especially depending on like how the strength of an enchantment is done. So you could imagine a world where arrows have the strongest enchantments, but then obviously the rate of fire behind an arrow is very slow, and so you could effectively replace rocket launchers with bows and arrows with enchanted arrows that cause like explosions. So like an anti-tank weapon could become a bow and arrow. And then otherwise for anti-personnel you'd have like a machine gun or an SMG or something would be still your go-to. But I used to kind of not like guns because I thought that they would make irrelevant magic bows and crossbows. And I think that is just... It just depends on how you build the world. And I think some people sort of have this kind of pessimism about fantasy. Even people writing fantasy, that like all this stuff is somehow ineffectual or not good or something.
Mm.
And it only exists in a sort of like kung fu kind of way, where kung fu only works on other kung fu. If they're to the era that muskets, etc., came into existence, I don't have any issue. You can just make armor that's dense or angled enough to deflect the musket ball. Yeah. I mean, that's what happened. There's some account I heard of from the English Civil War where this guy like rides up to this enemy general, point blank shoots him in the chest with his pistol, and then rides away. And then the guy shoots at him. The guy shoots back at him, hits him, and then he turns around and shoots back at him. And they just don't do anything to each other because their armor's too thick for bullets. Especially if you have enchantments and stuff. I remember Final Fantasy VII, like, sorry, I got distracted, but there's all those death battles where they say who's stronger and whatever, and I remember Princess Peach does a supersonic tennis shot that's like, because it sets on fire in the game, and
that
they're like,
was so
means
stupid.
That means she could hit this hard. But the very first enemies that you fight in Final Fantasy VII, Cloud stands there and gets shot with a machine gun, like a full, like, 7-round burst, just like, ba 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 ba. And he does, like, a tiny bit of his health bar, and then he walks up and, like, kills them with a sword, and that's just, like, canonically what happens, right?
Right.
And then they're like, who would win, Link versus Cloud? And it's like, Link, I don't know, this shit. But it's just like, if you're going to say that Princess Peach can supersonic hit a tennis ball when clearly that's not what's actually happening, shouldn't Cloud, like, being shot in gameplay with a machine gun, shouldn't that mean that he's, like, so durable or something?
That's what we call a pro gamer move, folks.
Hey there, a wonderful galaxy. Hi, I think Sonic would win.
Whoa. Hot take there. Oh, God. When did you get here, huh? You just fly into town?
I want to see...
God, that is the worst.
I want to see a dragon come out and have a knight land on his head and shoot him in the head with a shotgun, a magical shotgun, yelling, "This is my boomstick."
Don't we all?
Yeah. I think teleporting really changes the dynamic with guns and magic and stuff. Don't worry, you just have to kill them 11 more times.
Yeah.
And they'll never come back.
It's just the walk back, really, that brings you down. It's not even dying, it's just walking all the way back.
Are you guys gonna... So stupid. I just flew in from New Londo and boy, my arms are tired. Stupid.
Yes, it is.
It's so dumb.
These are my kind of people.
Are you guys gonna play the new Hogwarts game?
Yes!
I hear good things. I know, like, there were people that were, like, super upset about, like, whatever the fuck, and that makes me so happy. It could be a good game.
Oh, man.
There's, like, people digging up stuff about one of the lead designer that he's, like, based or something. Or, like, how could this guy work on a game?
As a woman, I'm scared.
Oh, my God.
You should tell
that
that
was-
story next.
No, that was in,
That was in the Trump election.
Yeah. The story of how I met my friend John, I told it, like, in more detail on my YouTubes and my...
My YouTubes.
Yeah,
He has a story time YouTube, guys.
I do. But there was this girl, so, you know, it was the day Trump got elected, but I have class, like, I have shit to do. And, like, you know,
Ain't nobody got time to cry.
I mean, I guess you could just watch the video, but, you know, I would constantly show up at classes that were canceled because I just didn't fucking check my email before I left in the morning, you know? So, and I was commuting, so it was a big pain in the ass, but... Anyway, so I didn't know what the fuck was going on, and I had forgotten entirely. I had forgotten entirely that it was, like,
Well, these guys are still ghosts.
I was up late playing games, writing, doing my thing, and
That's interesting.
and then, like, a friend texted me who doesn't text me very often. He texted me, "I hope Trevor Noah is crying," and I just started laughing. I was like, "What the fuck does that mean?" And then, like, he, like, appeared like a Force ghost, like, "Adam, I hope Trevor Noah is crying." And then I instantly got it. I was like, oh, it's the election. That's why everyone's, like, fucked up. Like, everyone was laying on the ground and just wanted to be seen, like, being sad about it.
Yeah, like, look at me.
So many
I'm
doughy
sad.
pieces of shit just melting onto the floor.
Doughy pieces of shit.
Like, they never worked out in their fucking life. Dude, I went to the gym at that college, like, a lot. I never went on the bikes, because I always, like, the bikes always hurt my knees. You know, because it's just, they're always at a weird, like, cycling is at a weird angle from riding an actual bike. Like, you know, you stand up on, it's just different. I don't know. It fucks with my knees. So I just, you can adjust the seat and stuff, but I just don't know where to put it to make it not. So I just never went on the bikes. But then I was like, oh, I've done everything, and I don't want to just walk on a treadmill. And I got time before my next class, and I'll hop on the cycle. The resistance is broken, right? And so I just go to the next machine. It's broken on that one too. It's broken on every machine in the gym, and nobody has noticed because everyone is so weak. They couldn't even tell that raising or lowering the resistance does nothing on any of the bikes. They've been broken forever.
Sounds about right.
So anyway, all these people melting into the floor, just into these giant puddles, like you're playing fucking Dragon Quest.
Play-Doh people.
They're just like the slimes, and I get into class, and I take writing very seriously, and, like, the only benefit I ever got from that school was writing workshops, where you can have people that don't normally read your stuff give you some feedback. That's the only benefit I ever got out of that school. And I really valued it, right? And I get to class, and the teacher's like, I just wanted you to have a place where you can talk about your feelings. And I was like, oh, no.
Not here.
No. I was
no feelings.
I was very angry.
Oh, come on.
Hey, what's down there?
Well, we'll find out when we get through the fucking area.
Yeah, anyway. So I was like very pointedly like, we will have time for the stories. Like it came out way more aggressive than I intended it to, but it was exactly as aggressive as I felt. Like I didn't mean to like be like alphing out the teacher, but I was just like, we must. And then he's like, I want people to talk about their feelings. First person he goes to has like this pre-prepared like thing where she's been thinking about this. She's like, as a woman, I feel fear. It's not I feel afraid, it's I feel fear. Killing me.
Your delivery of it is better than anything she... Oh my god.
That's how she talks.
It's like a dramatic reading.
No, but that's like that's my real impression. Like that's really what she said.
That's really what she said.
Because I did it a couple times like later when I was hanging so that's how I met my friend John, because he's the only one who gave me a decent critique, and we're like breaking for the halftime, because it's like a 3-hour class. We're breaking for the halftime water break or whatever. And he's like, he's like trying to be like incognito or whatever.
Why don't
and
we
he's
just
like,
do the final boss?
And he's like, so how are you holding up? Like, you doing all right, man? And he's like, and he's like genuinely sympathetic or whatever. But, and I just turned to him and was like, I don't give a shit. And he's like, oh my god, same! And then we hung out and like, we got like lunch and we hung out for like a while. And he was like, and I kept on doing that impression. It was like, I feel fear.
It's good
Fucking
stuff.
killing me. It's like, dude, I worked hard the entire semester giving you worthless pieces of shit, good critiques on your stories, and then you're gonna sit there and be like, it's like, you had better be dead. Not dying, you better be dead to not give me a critique after I read through, like, the most, like, heinous
You think I
submissions.
should think about respecking? Got it pretty evenly splayed out between endurance, strength, and dex. What would you prefer for the final boss? Like, more roly-polies or more
I don't think it
strength?
matters.
No?
No. I think she's, like, vulnerable to lightning or something. But
Well, I'm just thinking, like, in terms of moveset, if beating her up really fast is more effective.
To be honest, I've always played really high damage characters. I don't really know what she does.
Thank you. Okay, well, that answered it for
You
me,
know what I
actually.
mean? You know what I mean? I just kind of show up and then, like, because the two characters I played through the whole game with were all magic or all faith. And I beat the game with someone else, but I can't remember now. My friend made a spear character named Penetron, and then I made a rapier character with a nice fancy goatee and like mustache thing, and I called him Lord Penetratos, and then we went through thrusting through the game. And so I can't remember what the final boss actually did, but we just kept on yelling like thrust to the fore or whatever it was.
I guess I'll go after her with my normal sword first, anyways.
Yeah.
And then
you'll
if
be
I
fine.
feel like respecking.
If you really want to like have some extra juice, you could put that lightning stuff on your sword.
It's whatever.
Everyone I know went crazy because of Trump, yeah. Dude, there's so many fucking people crying all over the place. You could watch that video on my channel if you want, like, some details I'm forgetting now, but there was a lot of people just, like, laying on the ground, and, like, just in the path. And, like, the first person I saw, I was just like, hey, are you okay? Like, and then they looked up at me and said something that I don't even know what it was. They like said something that just didn't have to do with anything, and I was like, and then I don't know what it was. Something they thought was going to be deep, but when you're not ready to
My girlfriend.
we're not ready to talk to someone, like you don't know how they talk and stuff. Sometimes the first thing that you hear from someone you don't know is going to kind of be a little bit jarring, just because you're not used to hearing what they sound like. And so I was like, what? I was like, are you okay? And then they answered me.
She took off her hood.
My name is Shanala.
Shanala.
The dragon gave me this name, for I was born with none.
Wait, let me see if I can get a bit
I was born of dragons,
camera.
contrived by men. By ones who would cause me fate herself. They are the ones who created me. But they failed. I did not come out as intended. Fate would not be bested, and men were cursed once again. If you proceed, Nashandra will come after you, knowing that you will take the throne and link the fire. She covets the first flame and the great soul. Put Nashandra to rest.
Yes, man. I love her so much. Alrighty.
Anyway, I was like very stern, and I was just like, "Are you okay?" And then they're like, "Oh yeah, I'm fine." Just immediately snapped out of it, and I was like, "All right," and I just like walked away. And then I saw more people like laying on the ground and shit, just like sitting in the path, like I don't know, like they were walking and they were walking and they just as if they were walking and just collapsed out of sadness.
Wait a minute, I don't need these souls. I can take this off.
You'll still go hollow though, and then when you die, you'll make that annoying noise.
That's true.
King Credo won $500 from bets when Trump got elected. Fucking nice.
Yeah, nice.
Also, community college. Yeah, I can imagine no one giving a shit. People have like hobbies and stuff. People are too into anime at community college. They have way too much shit to do.
Well, this is a long walk to get to the boss again.
You're probably around a wonderful,
Hey, look,
wonderful
2 people.
galaxy. You're probably around.
Should I?
Yeah, one of them is. Who's it?
This
Oh, so
is.
you got that guy because you did his quest, but otherwise you wouldn't have that guy. And you always have this guy, Baneheart of Yugo, always
Oh,
backs
hell
you
yeah.
up. No matter what, he follows you to the end, and yeah, good guy.
Nice. Okay. I guess I'll. Yeah, why not?
Probably around better people if they're upset about Biden, not Trump. My experience, anyway. It's funny. My grandfather is like, he's like real upset about. He's real upset about Biden still, and
then today we make a new king.
yes.
Here he. Yeah, go ahead.
And he was going in for surgery, and they want to make sure that he's lucid before the surgery.
Ooh, double.
Yeah, this is harder than the final boss, I think. It's like
no, don't go after my bros.
it's like the cannoneer and
What's
the
wrong with
whatever lady, you know. One's fast and one's slow.
She just flips in the dress.
She's got the flip ring.
The most powerful ring. Man, they are really going after my buddies.
Oh, they can explode or something?
Yes. Yes, they are. But that's okay.
Bitch, we're all born without a name. Anyway, they want to check if he's lucid before the surgery, so they're like asking him things. They're like,
Who's the president?
Who's the president? And he's like, he's not my fucking president. No, he didn't curse. He didn't curse.
He's an idiot.
He's a moron. Like, yeah, he's like, he didn't swear or anything, but he's just like, he's an idiot. Like, instead of telling them, and then my mom is like, it's like, Dad, they just want to know. They just want to know, like. They just want to know that you're like all there for the surgery. He's like, yeah, he's an idiot. He just starts talking about like stuff that stuff that he's doing and policies he doesn't like, and the person's like, okay, I think we're good.
Yeah, I think we figured this out.
And he's like,
Yeah. I'm gonna go to the bathroom again.
Surgery went well though. He had like skin cancer on his shin, and zero exposure to the sun, but just had it. It was one layer they took off, and then he's totally fine.
Maybe he like sits on nuclear waste sometimes. I don't know.
They apparently it was getting like It was bandaged. We took him to like a nursing facility for recovery. Like it's a rehab and a nursing place. And so they took him to physical therapy and like they cleaned his bandages and stuff. But my aunt thinks that it was getting a little red. I don't know, but he's fine, probably. Yeah, he's not my president. Did this really happen? Oh, the story of like Trump getting elected? Yeah, yeah. I went to a liberal arts college, so people wanted to like be seen being upset, you know? I don't think people were that upset, but it was like you see one person who's like getting all the attention by the, like laying in the path and shit. So then you're like, well, I can't be outdone. Someone once told me Clinton is president-elect and that guy's an imposter. I don't know the deal with, what was that for Trump? Oh, yeah, I don't know. I saw everyone always talked about George Carlin being, like, a really good comedian, and so I put on one of his specials, and he starts off, like, complaining about, some president who was elected but didn't get the popular vote or something. And he was going on about it, and people were clapping a lot and like agreeing with him or something. And I don't know any of this situation because it's like years later. And then I look at like, I was gonna skip past the joke, right? Because he's going on and on about it. And then I saw that it was like 20 minutes into the special, and I was like, I can't waste my time like this. Like, I'll just not listen to this guy. This guy's not that funny. And I turned it off, and then I tried another one, and it wasn't that good, and so I was just like, alright, whatever. Yes, people were wrong. But it's like, I don't know, something like that is so dated that it's so literally dated that it's just like, people are going to clap at the time, but if you want to make something that's sort of timeless, you need to do more. But yeah.
Sweatshirt.
Getting chilly.
A little bit.
Wow. Yeah. I like the armor. I like this armor set, but the problem is most of the armor you don't see because of this ugly ass cloak.
I kind of like capes on my Crusader, but
Yeah.
I admit that it's not nearly as glorious as it could be.
You know, some of these games have these like dynamic finishers where they change the camera angle and stuff while you're like doing the big animation.
Alright, like Code Vein.
And the benefit of those is that you get to see more of your character model. You get to see it from the
Yeah.
front and stuff.
A little bit more connected.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta put the ring on every single time?
Every time.
Wow. That is a pain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Open sesame.
You died on the Throne Guardian, guys?
What are you asking me?
You died on the Throne guys?
Yeah. I died in the boss room. Oh, my wife was gone. I thought she would like be there to cheer me on or something. Is there any other ring I should use? Probably
Yeah,
not.
Definitely. Definitely something besides 3 dexterity.
I don't know. The damage is like based on
Poise
dexterity.
makes you not get staggered. Isn't that a regeneration ring down there?
Yeah, I got a regeneration ring.
You
It's
know,
like super slow, but
you don't want to use it for the fight. Oh, steel protection. Use that.
yeah. I was just thinking.
You have the blade ring +3.
Yes. Well, plus
Or +2?
plus whatever. +1.
Ooh.
Oh.
Maybe you should go get the +2.
Where's the +2? You see, you can't say that if you don't.
You fight the Pursuer the first time, and you get the regular ring. The second time, you fight it after the Smelter Demon. The third time you fight the Pursuer is where? You get it from the Pursuer fights.
Well, you can look it up if you want. I don't think I'm gonna make it this time either, but I'll give it a shot.
Ring of Blades. DS2. Let's see. +2 Drang Lake Throne Room. Oh. You have to use you have to use a bonfire aesthetic to get the +2.
Okay. Well, let's not worry about it right now. I got my buddies to help me out, right? So, everything will be fine. I got Head Guy
King's Gate.
and Ben Hard of Yuko.
Yeah, I think I was gonna do this fight solo, and then I saw that Baneheart was here, and I was like, oh, buddy. Yeah.
I love this guy. He's the best.
He's like the Solaire of this game.
He is.
Although, this guy is more reliable. He gets through the whole game by himself, basically.
And he doesn't die from some parasite.
Yeah.
Spoilers. Sorry. Hey, I got a macro.
It's better to be spoiled than get your hopes up that there'll be something happy in Dark Souls. Man, all that big swing to do 140 damage, insane. You
But
can
at
do
least I looked cool.
but you can do like 1,000 damage with Sunlight Spear.
Eat bomb. Got him.
Nice move. If you're not regenerating, I guess you should always crack a life gem if your health is down. Fun fact, your life stops regenerating if you
Crack
get
a
to
life.
full.
Yeah.
Even if you had more duration.
This guy's on me. Alright. Oh.
I used to always crack a life gem right as I was like entering the boss room.
No, he fell.
You still have Baneheart, the much more reliable, got here without you doing any quest guy. Much better. Oh.
Get away from my boyfriend.
I thought you had a girlfriend.
I have both. It's a complicated relationship.
That's very
Oh, it's lightning sword
That's-
time, huh?
That's some very Hollywood shit.
No! Oh, fuck. That was a good flip. That was pretty impressive. I'm impressed. Okay, you're gonna take her out? Alright, I'll take this guy out then. I thought you had her. I thought you had her. Looks like you didn't. Looks like I'm a fucko man now. Alright. Down with you.
I think
I'm the king now.
I think if you don't kill the other one in time, I think the other one gets back up or something. That's a heal?
Oh, you mean Flask?
No, just be ready for the next boss.
Okay.
And then you might have a third boss, I don't know.
Ooh. kind of H.P. Lovecraft novel did you come from? Ugh.
Yeah, I don't get the whole like neck thing.
It's just like not quite right. Oh, not magic. What do you mean I'm cursed? From what?
Those things.
How do I not be cursed from those
I
things?
guess don't get close to them.
Okay.
Wow, what a whiff.
What a dumb bitch, am I right?
On the final boss, still doesn't want to use the good life gems.
And these
A
are
girl
cheaper.
A girl after my own heart. I never used the good life gems either.
I'm cursed.
I think I did, actually. I think I was like, you know what, if this is the last boss, I'll put on the second the second best one. So I was like, or the second, one step up. Like the slightly bigger life gem.
Ah! Oh my god, she finally hit me. For a second, I almost thought that it was impossible. I was like,
So
damn,
now-
she sucks.
Now I don't think you have to fight the other two guys. I think you can just go straight to her.
Okay. Let me use these souls up now.
She
that
takes
I
a
got 'em.
shit ton of damage from Sunlight Spear.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
She takes a shitload of damage just from me using my regular sword.
Yeah.
So, I can make her take more damage.
She got some cool looking spells, but
I can get a little bit more damage with some dex. Or, wait, I can level up twice? Huh, okay. Let me fix my rangs. How do I remove the curse and get back to full? Do I have to just use a human effigy?
Mhm.
Okay. Oh, I used up my sowls.
crack some.
Yeah, I'm attempting to. I guess this is the
They may give
lowest
you like
one I have.
99 of the. So if you can beat 2 pursuers at the same time, you can get the Ring of Blades plus 2.
So that's two spots.
I thought I gave you like 99 of the big ones, but I guess not.
No, you gave me 99 of the little tiny ones.
Oops.
Oh, that's okay. Oh, right, human effigy. Bam. I'm me again. I don't think she'll take more than one more go. And I use the word she very loosely in this context.
So how are you guys doing with the energy costs? I hear like electricity prices are going up. It's the kind of thing where like I would rather most stuff in the house run off of electricity rather than gas, but especially, noticing like keeping track of the CO2 and stuff, having gas heating, it really like makes it kind of hard to think because your CO2 levels go so high. Now that I have a CO2 meter, I'll start to feel a little bit like off my game, and then I'll look how much CO2 is in the air, and it's like, it'll be like 800 or 900, and it's like I can notice at those levels, and that's kind of what it gets to when you have like
Yeah, what do they say? Over 900 start to notice cognitive decline or something?
1,000.
1,000.
1,000 it's supposed to be measurable, but I kind of feel it like before that.
Yeah. It's part of the reason why you should get outside, everyone. Every now and then, just breathe in some fresh air.
It's like it's called stale air, like because you're breathing out and you're filling the room with CO2. So like if you don't have circulation to the outside, or to a room with lots and lots of plants, I guess, then you're gonna have something of an issue. It makes it a little harder to think. It's like not having enough water. You just sort of feel yourself not thinking super sharply.
Fight the duo again, and then get to a safe person.
I like plants that don't have soil, so they don't
Don't leave a mess.
or get bugs.
Get bugs.
Yeah, the bugs is the big problem.
That's the bigger, yeah.
My brother's room just had like all these like mites.
Oh, it just goes straight to her.
Fucking horror show.
That's so generous.
I touched grass once. It's an overrated experience.
Let's skip that. You know, now I feel bad that I summoned both of them, because, like, do I really need it? No.
Summon my mom. She's good at this game. Do you actually have parents that play video games? My dad... Oh, you're taking damage. Get out of there. You're, like, taking a lot of damage from being...
I got it. Just
You see
crack
your
it. Yeah. Just crack a bunch of these. I'll be fine.
I think you don't want to be near those.
I mean, I'm near her, and it's happening.
No, you're near that.
Well, I can't not be near that. She keeps on...
So I guess that's what she's supposed to do. Is like dangerous stuff. My dad used to always play GoldenEye, and then he switched to like GameCube for Medal of Honor Frontline, and then I guess his brain plasticity ran out because he's never moved to any other game.
She's summon more.
It's like it's very annoying to see because I know that like learning new stuff is good for. Oh, you have like no stamina.
Yeah. That's what happens when I hit her a lot.
No, you're holding blocking. Get out of there, roll.
I mean, the whole area is just filled with them. There's not really much room to go.
Your dad sounds awesome. Buy him a Bud Light. He doesn't drink, but you know. My entire family despises video games, and they've given me nothing but shit for playing them most of my life.
Ouch. That is brutal.
Some video games are like pretty intellectually stimulating. I would argue. They make you a lot. Certain video games will make you smarter. Like you can't really argue that Factorio doesn't have like benefits to it. It's like, you know, you thinking you want to go repair your. Well, I guess it doesn't matter because
it doesn't matter, yeah, because she'll
just curse you, yeah.
So I might as well replace it with another ring.
You can put on the green one that makes you. It's anti-curse.
Anti-curse?
You don't have it? There's a... So the red one is just for death, and then there's a green one that costs a lot to repair that should be right next to it in the list. That's... I'll look it up. Yeah, there's another one it'll break on the first time you get cursed. I don't know if that's like super nice for you. It might be Ring of Resistance. I've never seen that shit. Okay. Ring of Soul Protection.
You could do the regeneration, although it's so slow, it probably wouldn't make much of a difference.
Is available as a drop from Phantom in maybe Wildcat doesn't work.
I can do Dex.
Sold by the head of Vengarl in the Shaded Woods. You can buy one from him for 8,000.
I see near a bonfire.
Yeah, near enough.
If you say so.
Yeah, so if you go... No, down? Oh, to the right? Right? right, I think, would be the best one. Yeah, and then go backwards. And you should be fine. Never had gas heating, had gas dryer and water. A gas dryer?
So what way is backwards?
What on earth? Down the stairs? Ramp? Thing? And then right? To turn around? Yep.
I thought that was a wall.
And then go down into the fog and hold what do you call it? Keep right, yeah. Gas dryer. What on earth? So, I've never even heard of that. That sounds like the ultimate fire hazard. Yeah, keep right, just keep it going. Because dryers are like the number one, like, house burned down, had an old dryer, didn't fix it. And then just add gas to the equation, all of a sudden it's just like way more bad. Pokemon teach me how to kill grass. IRL. Intellectually stimulating says a lot about my family. Only games.
Death and petrification? Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah. Well, hold on. Let me.
Does it also
I think
work
it's
against curse?
I'm pretty sure.
Because I thought curse was different than being petrified.
Immune to petrification breaks. Does that work with curse? I thought it was for curse.
I don't know. Chat, what do you think?
Immune to petrification. You know, I don't know.
Okay, well, I guess let's not worry about it. Man, this guy, he's got a rough life, huh?
There's also the cursed bite ring. You could put that on. Looking for rings to use.
Cursed bite.
It should be black with a skull. It should look just like that red one, but you don't have it.
Right, gotcha. I got the blood bite, not the curse bite.
Yeah.
Yes. It's fine. I don't need it.
The bluestone ring. The clear bluestone ring, the casting speed ring. I remember that guy. You could put the old sun ring on.
Old sun ring?
Yeah, the old sun ring.
Is that a joke?
No, do it. You're so aggressive it might help. It'll help more than a broken ring. It should
I don't
like
have it right.
there it is on the bottom right. Yeah. It doesn't hurt you. It doesn't hurt you. I swear.
Are you sure?
I am sure, yeah. It'll break after it explodes enough times, but if you like right next to you it'll do a whole bunch of fire damage.
Oh man, it's so heavy.
Yeah, but you can handle it.
Okay.
It's a 3-pound ring. Holy fuck.
That is, yeah, it's a very heavy ring. I guess if you're stuffing it full of explosives, it makes sense.
Imagine the tendinitis of having a 3-pound ring. Holy shit.
Permanent damage.
Only games I'm kind of against is sandbox games like Fortnite. I would say Roblox, no good. I would not let a kid play Roblox. I have heard, and I have not substantiated these claims, that they were proud about hiring pedophiles.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true or not. I've heard that, and that is quite concerning, and I haven't looked into it. But I was like talking to a buddy of mine who has a kid, and I was like, I don't know about Roblox. I think the pricing is very predatory, and I just think it's not good for a kid to be around that. Like, I think, like, Donut Operator was saying that his kid spent, like, a couple $1,000s in Roblox.
That's not even like an outlier story, though.
Yeah.
There's so many people
My
that like
aunt,
have that same exact carbon copy story of oh well they put in my credit card information for like one thing that I agreed to buy and then they like accidentally bought a bunch of other things.
because it keeps your information in, and then
Yes.
there's just little pop-ups that'll pop up all the time, and you could just click yes and then spend $40 out of
Yeah.
nowhere. My aunt texted me. She was like, "A friend at work, you mentioned that I should tell people that had kids not to let them play Roblox." And they're like, my friend at work, her kid already plays Roblox, and he just spent $400 in it. Do you know how you can get that back? And I was like, I don't know, like, stuff like that. I just know that it's like got kind of, yeah. I guess you could just stay away from that.
I mean, I'm not really a ranged guy here. Yeah. Oh man, that builds up real quick, doesn't it?
Yeah. I guess you could just wait and see if she'll come over to you.
Doesn't make me feel very glorious, I must say. Oh, my buddies. I'm sorry, buddy. She's camping. There's nothing I can do. She's camping, guys. Alright, whatever.
Oh, I'm sorry, Gerby. Am I taking up too much space on the
Well, that was
couch?
quick.
Are you trying to get a spot? There's room for you.
No. It's a shame we don't have the puppy cam. Gertie being quite cute.
Yeah.
Good thing I have a lot of these.
FPS helps with hand-eye coordination. Yeah. I think in general, video games can like train you to have certain kind of senses
Well,
that other
maybe
people
I can
don't.
just throw fireballs at her.
Like, we were playing a game in psychology, and the guy was
That's
like,
17.
memorize
But who else am I going to use fireballs on?
like all the names that I list out and then write them down. And then they listed out a bunch of names. I could remember like fucking none of them. And then this girl who did theater was like, I got them all. There's nobody else? And I was like, oh, that's interesting. And then they had this thing where they were like, count the balls that move around the screen, and nobody in the class could name any of the ball, like could any of the count, have the count of any of the ball locations. And I just like raised my, and he was like, it's really hard. And I raised my hand, and I was like, 3, 7, 12, whatever. It was like, balls bounce around the screen, then go in the different directions,
Right.
through the different goals and different sides of the screen. And it was very easy. And then he was like, you play video games, don't you? And I was like, yep. And he's like, yeah, that's why.
I did good
And-
at the Where's Waldo section.
And like everybody in the
'Cause I
class
got
looked at me.
artist brain.
Because some people got the names for the name section, but nobody got any of the balls. And then there was the same thing with the gorilla. I was like, yeah, there's a gorilla walking across the screen. How do you not see
Right.
it? I didn't know it was a gorilla. I knew it was someone in a costume. I was like, oh, there's a mascot that went through. So excited for Hogwarts. Gonna make a black train woman and trans woman in Slytherin house.
Whatever you want, man.
That sounds like the people who are very upset about the game would be happy to hear that. That might be fun to make like the most like edgy Sasuke kind of Slytherin guy.
Yeah, right.
Remake Blue Kaiba. You're a second-rate wizard with third-rate spells.
Okay, let me-
You gotta get out of there.
I am out of there, buddy.
I mean, you were getting hurt by the curse.
You said that after I was already out of there. Hey, what you gonna do, huh? I got a bunch of these.
Candy Crush games. Yeah. I think
Oh, come on. I was barely near it. Just barely.
I think any of the phone games, I think is a really bad idea. I think this is kind of why it's not really that valuable to have the followers, is because they'll keep her from going over to you.
Maybe.
And they just increase her health and, like, dodge. Oh, never mind.
Oh my god, there's so many. I guess this one.
I remember just casting a vicious spell at her. Then she does that, and then I cast another one, and she dies. And I was like, well, I don't know what that spell was supposed to do, but sucks to suck. And now you're showing me what it does. I beat this guy with a melee character. I just don't remember her effects or anything. Like, when I see parents... Oh, is she gonna explode? What's happening?
Yes.
Tiny explosion compared to the other things.
Oh god. It's the curse stuff that's really the pain. Everything else is doable, right? Yeah. Bad timing. I mean, like, there's no real way around it. I think I just need more damage. But I know how to get more damage.
Yeah, whenever I see a parent that has their kid with the tablet, I'm always just like, oh, you can use the bug squasher? Oh, okay.
I can use the bug splasher.
I think it's going to be a lot more damage.
Yeah.
Take off your shirt. Put on your midriff. Put on your plate armor midriff.
As if I really need to.
You are Sir Husbando, are you not?
Ah! Sorry.
Yeah, fix
Let
that.
me just
Become beautiful again.
Terrifying. All right. Yes. Oh. Yes.
What about the midriff?
Splendid. You want me
The
to put
midriff
on
is going to be like really heavy, but
Yes, it will be. Really heavy.
you should do it anyway, and then change your pants.
Why do you want the midriff?
This is such good armor.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
This is what he's talking about. Somehow I look fatter with it on.
Yeah, wait, take it off. Let's see. No, it's the same stomach. It's just... Yeah, but you do look thicker. You look a little doughier.
Yeah, something about it. Oh, right.
Gertie, how do you look so cute? It's a shame we don't have the puppy cam.
Yeah, but it's okay. You
You
know,
look so cool
I
when
gotta
you-
say, like, the explosion, I don't think it's really doing anything.
You haven't gotten hit. You got hit
Oh, it's just
once.
all curse.
It's physical damage,
Right.
yeah. So it's like, when you get hit, there's a chance of it triggering, and then, like, if you get hit by a big combo, you could you blow up, like, multiple times, just kill all the enemies around you. In a boss fight where you're being super, super aggressive, it's sometimes fun to just have it crack a bunch of times and just, like, do damage. But she doesn't really do a lot of physical stuff. I think when you were fighting the throne defenders, it might have been a better idea.
Yeah, probably. I can put on something else.
But yeah, I think Candy Crush, like Farmville, those games where they have a timer that you can only do a certain amount of stuff and then you have to wait. It's to train you to think about the game while you're not playing it and to, like, act as your, like, endorphin thing. Like, it's supposed to just train you that that's the happiness in your day is
Yeah.
that.
This is what you look forward to.
And when I was in school, I
What's
played, like,
the
Pokemon
moveset
Go
on
or
this?
whatever, and
Oh man, that's really slow. What's the heavy? That's much.
two-handed?
Okay.
I mean, that's the stylish move, but yeah, just that is
There we go.
really high DPS.
That's what we got.
Because it's like fast. It's like the same speed as your other sword, but it's just like much faster. And then it does, or not much faster. It seems like it's a little bit faster than your other sword, and it does a lot more damage. You're gonna notice DPS heaven. Just run in, beat the shit out of her, and then when you get cursed, just run back and like hang out, use an effigy, crack some gems and stuff. Is that a request for a belly rub? A most persistent request?
Ew. Oh God.
Use an effigy. You can't look ugly and defeat the... Oh, she's coming to you.
It's so rare. Oh God. I was barely even close to it. I don't have effigies, like, on the quick bar, though. Maybe going shirtless was a bad idea.
Here. I can fix it for you.
I mean...
Pass it over. I got this.
What are you doing? Oh my God.
Fuck is your problem?
You're making me upset.
Okay. You could also just... Yeah, whatever.
Oof.
Alright,
I didn't think that was gonna work. I thought it was gonna go over my head.
Gimme.
What?
I'll show you.
Ugh.
When I played Unga Bunga, I always had... Oh, do you not have it? Is it? Wait, is it this? Yeah. Nope. I'll look it up. Oh, okay. Go here. Strangling Castle. This one? Yeah. I think it's that.
What are you looking for?
There's a ring that makes you just like look human when you're hollowed.
Oh.
I always used it when I played my caveman guy because I just wanted to not look disgusting. So this one goes up. Please go up. Oh, thank God. So many good emotes. Whew. Getting pumped.
I mean, that's all you really can do when you're on an elevator this long. Oh, what's up, man?
Nothing much.
Don't mind me. Oh, yeah. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Just unlocking a door, man. Sorry about that.
Sorry about this.
Hi, can I have a ring? Oh.
Hey, pretty girl. Man, they always explode. Every time.
So this, even if you're hollowed, it will make you look human, so you don't look hideous.
Yay. Specifically made for this fight. So that you can be shirtless when you beat the bows.
Have you ever seen that cartoon show about a talking tomato and a pickle? No, but Trisha may have.
I think they're talking about VeggieTales.
Oh, VeggieTales. I have seen VeggieTales, yeah.
But you are right. I did know. I did know what they were talking about.
A 3D animation, too.
Yeah. hey, buddy. Man, dogs are cute.
I guess if your fur was as soft as his, you'd be as lazy as he is.
It's just, every time you lay down, it's like you're laying on a pillow.
Yeah.
The whole world is your bed.
He's so trusting. You just immediately, like, his eyes are going, just shutting. Yeah. My old dog was always very alert. If there was, like, people nearby, he wanted to sleep alone.
Aww.
Yeah. Beamer was always a little bit anxious. Dude, it's such a bummer. The speaking of trans characters in games, the people who made Neo, in your character creation, there's an option to choose your gender pronouns. I was like, holy shit, has it actually gotten this far? Like, is this now game design?
Yeah, every time we play an old game and there's like male and female, Adam is like, oh, so based.
Based? No, it's in a lot of games where you choose your gender. It's just like...
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, it's just like...
And there's no, like, change the language bullshit.
It's such a ridiculous, like... Yeah. It's such a ridiculous stance to have. It's like, you can't... Saying parents is not allowed.
Birthing person.
Oh my god, is that actually...
I think that is a thing.
Oh, Jesus.
Birthing person instead of mother.
Yeah, there's like these little like organizations that go around trying to just like...
Make people feel bad.
Just milk money out of organizations trying to pretend that they're going to somehow help them with this or that. By like trying to... Whatever.
Wah.
Oh, if you're right next to her, do you not get cursed?
No, you do.
Because it looked like you weren't getting cursed. Oh no, in between them, yeah. No, there's no safe spot.
Ah. Gotta do what you gotta do.
Might be time to crack an effigy.
I took it off the hotbar. But that's okay.
I mean, it'll max out at half, so... You could just... Yeah, well, no, it does damage too, that's right. I hate pit bulls. I gotta say, I'm not a super fan of pit bulls. I used to think... I used to not realize what a pit bull looked like. I thought it was a bulldog.
Hell yeah.
Hey! Got him.
All you gotta do is just not be afraid of looking ugly.
Or just never become less glorious.
Yeah, it's just... Now I'll
My
make myself look pretty.
my friend had an interesting point about pit bulls. It's like, sure, you can train them to be good, but why take that risk when you could just have a dog that doesn't have the bite strength to break your bones?
Yeah, right.
Like, no matter how badly you train a Wheaten Terrier, they're never going to be that.
I don't think Gergie even knows
Dangerous.
how to bite. He can barely nibble on his food.
Yeah. I mean, I met other Wheaten Terriers certainly know how to nip. It's not like
Yeah,
too
yeah.
crazy, but...
Hey, look. Glowy. Proceed the throne. We have a portal to the throne?
I'm transgender, and I find that stuff to be just idiotic. Being jumbled in with these people that make up nonsense genders is really insulting. Yeah, I've met other like
Hell yeah.
transgender people that were like really bothered by it, but they're in an even more awkward position because you can't be, because like to be, yeah, it's a weird situation because you're definitely around. You're definitely gonna be more naturally associated with people that'd be very upset if you were like, I don't think you can have a Zor gender.
I don't think you can identify as a bug, actually.
Yeah, but I know that's like a pretty, that's like you're not alone in like being transgender, being like I'm the other one, and yes, there's just two.
Let's not worry
The
about it.
fire is lit, souls
Let's watch
will
a nice
flourish
cutscene.
anew, and all of this will play out again.
Hell yeah, man.
It is your choice to embrace or renounce this.
So there was another ending you could have gotten if you pressed yes to all the guys, where you fight him instead, Aldia or something.
Okay. Is that a better ending? No.
Dude, I don't know what the fuck happens in this game.
Yeah, it's my throne. It's mine.
Great sovereign.
Very uncomfortable looking, but
I'm gonna redecorate the place, make it look nice.
not a great throne room.
What lies ahead?
That's why I gotta redecorate it, man. I mean, you see the rest of the castle, it looks beautiful, and then you get to the throne room and it's just a big slab of rock.
And then it encloses you inside. This would have better be like a giant mech, like a big stone mech that you just like burst out of the castle.
That would be the best what the fuck ending that they could have added. I would have been down with that. And then Dark Souls 3 is just like stone mechs. That would have been awesome, actually. Yeah, if magic exists, where are the mechs? Huh? Come on, get your shit together.
Stone mechs.
Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin. Even though I didn't play Scholar of the First Sin. This is just regular old Dark Souls 2. Whatever. Yeah, good game.
Oh, are they showing the credits for Scholar of the First Sin?
It said Scholar of the First Sin at the top. Even though I didn't play that version.
Man, they're just like taking credit for shit they didn't do. Scholar of the First Sin has horrible enemy placements. It's like a nightmare.
Yeah. I remember you showing it to me and be like, this is just the worst version.
Yeah.
But people like that version because it's harder, basically. And they're like, yes, Dark Souls should be frustrating.
I don't even think that's like when it's bad, they just blame it on being Dark Souls 2, and then like they'll get killed by a retarded enemy that was never in the original game. They'll be like, just Dark Souls 2, and it's like, is it?
Yeah.
Because the original team went back and changed enemy placements for Scholar of the First Sin, and then people were like,
why did they do that though?
They're
Besides, like people.
So the original team fixed it. It's good now, and it's like that's not. It's just because you like the first game doesn't mean that if they everything they do, like they don't have the Midas touch.
Yeah.
Like there's problems with Dark Souls 2, but I don't know.
There's
that it was
problems,
fixed in Scholar of the
but
First Sin. There was a shortcut that got opened up in Scholar of the First Sin. It was nice.
Yeah.
In, like, one of the
Yeah.
areas,
I remember
but,
the like boat area or whatever.
yeah.
That is a nice addition, but also, most just adding more and more to it is just not going to make it a better game,
Yeah. There's some changes that are nice, but they just made it unpleasant in other ways. Like, the thing you were doing with the rings, you can't do that in the original game. They just disappear from your inventory. You're not allowed to fix the...
You're not allowed to fix the rings?
No.
What?
I'm pretty sure they removed them from the game, but then I think you can get one later, and it's like 12,000 or something to repair it. I don't even know. Because
That is crazy.
I'm pretty sure they removed most of the life rings, and then there's one you can repair, but for the most part they just kind of made that not possible to do. But it was interesting early on in the game because it was like if you die, it's 3,000 souls. So that's like maybe a level up or two early on when you have the ring. So it's like, do you make the choice to repair it or spend the souls? And so it was interesting. And then as you get higher and higher level, it becomes more useful of a ring, but then you're finding rings that are really strong, and so you're like, well, maybe I wouldn't die if I had this ring on, so maybe I'll take the risk and put on a stronger ring. So it was like an interesting kind of way that the balancing of that ring worked in the original Dark Souls 2. Like you saw, like it was, and you even were like hanging on to it at the end when you're exploring an area you don't know, because you die from bullshit like the spike trap. It's just like,
You're right, and it kind of like takes the pressure off if you know that you'll be fine when
like you can
die.
enjoy the game.
Yeah, right.
Some of the pressure is good, makes it exciting, but everybody's got a different level of pressure that they're gonna enjoy. Like you kind of have to choose your own difficulty to some extent.
Yeah. You guys want to see my death count at the end of this? I bet it's fairly high.
Oh, did they show you the death count at the end?
The death count is in Majula. Bleh. I can just like load it up and then we can go see how many times I died.
It might show you in the credits too, but you could skip the shit if you want.
I don't know. Isn't the respectful thing to like see through all the credits?
Well, you already sat through the. Oh, I'm sorry, Kirky. Oh. You already sat through the Scholar of the First End credits. Pretty sure the only people that you have to thank. Now play Minecraft. Now play Terraria.
Yeah, right. Alright. Korean translator. Interesting.
That's a weird credit to add in the non-Korean version.
Original Dark Souls 2. Here we go. Now we can see the credits for the game that we just played.
What a psycho...
That is actually crazy. That all those credits were just for Scholar of the First
That's
Sin.
a real psychopath thing to do, though, is to like put credits for like
another game before the game
like,
that you just
update
played.
the original game to supersede the Scholar of the First Sin credits before the original game.
Yeah, that's actually really messed up.
Yeah. That's like nasty. That's like an unkind thing to do. Like it's disrespectful.
Now I feel twice as
guilty. Now you should wait.
Because if I got through Scholar of the First Sin credits, now I gotta do like the original Dark Souls 2 credits, the game that I actually played.
Yeah, we played a bunch of like Terraria.
We did,
together.
yeah.
And
it's definitely more fun with a person.
We played Terraria together, and we would play it for so long because I think Trisha just didn't get a turn to play video games when she was little, and so she at least used to have this like incredible endurance for playing video games. And me, I'm kind of like, I want to play it for like an hour or something, and then I want to go turn over to my other screen.
Well, I think the way that we play video games is just different from each other. I like to do it like I don't take breaks unless I'm like taking the break, you know?
Yeah, well, I cycle between different methods of like work versus break. So sometimes I'll try to work at the same time, so I'll be like play for like do a turn-based game and like take a turn, and then I'll go look at the stuff and then go back and forth. And sometimes I'll take like a regimented break of like 30 minutes or something, and then edit for like, or write, you know. I've just been editing for so long, it's all I do. Edit for like a set amount of time and go back and forth, and like alternating between the two after like certain periods I've noticed has helped me be more productive. But yeah, anyway, so we're playing Terraria for like 1,000 hours in one sitting, and then I'm like, oh, I have like an eye appointment and it's like in the morning, and I'm kind of used to going to sleep super late, so I was like, well, I'll just stay up. I go to the eye appointment after playing Terraria for like an ungodly amount of hours with you until like 3 a.m. and then the appointment's at like 7, right? So I get to the appointment, like, oh my god, there's so much eye strain. Like, how old are you? Like, oh no, like we have to do more tests. You know, this could be really serious. And I was like, oh,
I was just playing Terraria with my girlfriend. It's fine.
I was like, that's the last time we fucking played Terraria.
Oh my goodness.
They did all these tests, and I was like, yeah, everything's fine. It's weird that it was weird that one time. I was like, yeah, it's weird, huh? Sorry.
Wow. got
Does
a
it-
got
to
nice music at least.
some extent, because Terraria involves a lot of looking at the corners of the screen. So it's a lot of eye strain. Because you always have to be looking at the side of the screen. Same thing with Diablo. It's fuck, man. So.
And in general, just when you're staring at the screen for a very long time and like really looking at it, like really paying deep attention, then your eyes just kind of get all fucked.
Yeah. I just had one time. I like went to sleep and woke up, and you were still playing whatever game it was.
Code
It's
Vein. Yeah.
It was so
I got
cute.
through the entire like chapel section and my eyes were all bloodshot.
It was so cute.
You're like, oh my god, are you still playing?
It's like, Trisha, you've been playing for like 18 hours. And I just like picked you up and was like, go on to bed. You gotta go to bed.
I made a lot of progress in that game.
Your eyes are all like puffy. It's like, oh, poor thing. So if you talk to
My
her,
girlfriend!
yeah, you can sit. Relax.
Bearer of the curse until hope.
Thank you. You want to give me my level ups? My little level ups? Bop.
Maybe you should jack up your vigor so you can use that sword. Yeah, you should pump up your equip load, whatever that is.
Is this equivalent?
Looks like that's lots of health. What is vitality? Is vitality the thing?
Yes, that's equivalent.
Maybe you should pump that up so you can one hand the super big sword. I think that's where you're. That's what you should do now. You have
Why?
You have to look powerful.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can't just be powerful. Plus, that sword is just nice. Although it may infuriate you, so maybe not. Because when you're locked on, you can still swing other directions if you push the.
Yeah,
So I don't know.
that's true of any sword, though. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I don't have to do that right now. Let's look at my death count. Before I look at it, though, and reveal it to you, what's your death count? Everyone, say your death count.
Who fucking knows?
Exactly.
First time I played through, I probably actually didn't die that many
Is it
times.
on this side?
No, that's like the. That's the thing it's supposed to tell you where the DLC is. It's give you
And yet it's worn.
It's a hint to enter the DLC when the DLC first was released, but no.
Hell yeah, I'm under 300. That means I did good. I think the average is 300.
I would not know.
I don't know.
Even Trisha dressed up her pyromancer lady in slutty clothes.
Do I have more clothes to give her?
Degeneracy.
Yeah. Alright.
Careful, because you can't get the equipment back. So make sure you don't give anything you only have one of.
Hard to do. I bet she'd look pretty in that.
Okay.
She'd look pretty in that.
But you only have one.
Oh, I got the Zuli, the witch thing, right? Wait, wasn't...
Is it?
I gotta put my
That's
face closer to the
Confessor
screen.
or something.
Yeah, I thought I had, like, the witch robe and stuff
I
from
think you can
somewhere,
buy it.
though.
You could buy it from somewhere. I saw it in a shop. I think.
Yeah, but I thought I had it. I guess I was mistaken.
Oh, you can buy it from that guy that keeps on invading and murdering you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He just stops trying to murder you and gives
You know,
it to
when
you?
he first said, what have you done? You could have killed him and he wouldn't invade you. Allegedly.
Be safe.
I could have killed the guy who said, "What have you done?"
Mm-hmm. If you want the Zully the Witch thing, it's
Well, I don't care. I just thought I already had it. That's why I'm confused.
Aldi is keep. He sells it.
Anyway,
So you can do that to do New Game Plus, but I wouldn't do that.
Yeah,
I would.
I'm not gonna do anything. We're ending the stream, so
Okay.
just wanted to leave it on a nice shot, you know. Thank you guys for watching me play Dark Souls 2. Finish, I guess, Dark Souls 2, although I still have the DLC. And there's also some area that I mean, I guess there's a lot of areas blank. This is blank. I don't know what this is. And then all this is DLC, I think, right? So,
I think so.
it makes sense.
I know where some of them are. Like the hidden one in Drang Lake Castle, I pointed out as you were going past it, but there's really no point to it.
Oh, that one, yeah. Do you know what this is? I guess not. Yeah. Well, it's no biggie.
Oh, it's the Doors of Pharos. You didn't have the Doors of Pharos. Check the thing. It should be after... Yeah, after that should be Doors of Pharos. Oh no, what's the... How did you get there without getting any of the bonfires? And
I don't know. I guess I missed it.
you know, it is just kind of one hallway, so...
I guess I didn't get any of
I
the
know what
bonfires.
that is. That's the... after the elephant guy under the rock thing, there's a bonfire underneath there.
Mm.
And then when you go through all the dwarves, you could go to the rat area, and then...
Oh, I killed the rat because he was bad.
Oh, but isn't there a bonfire before the rat, big rat boss, where it's like a bunch of rats?
I don't know.
Oh, okay, wait, no, I know what it is. It's the one before the big rat. The big cancer rat. It's a boss that's like horrible. Just the most terrible trash.
Alright.
Fucking worst boss.
It is the reason people don't like Dark Souls 2.
Yeah.
Alright, well, yeah, well, it's not that big of a deal, I guess. Got by just fine. Unless I ever need to go back there for anything. I don't know. Yeah.
He's dreaming.
And he's the cutest little dreamer. Sorry, guys, we should have got the puppy cam.
Yeah, I should have got the puppy cam.
But yeah, that'll end it for tonight. Thank you, guys. Adam, happy story?
Oh God. Happy
Put you on
story.
the spot, huh? I guess you could also start to premiere your video.
Oh yeah. It's a fun story anyway.
Yeah.
Let me just like. Yeah. Just touch dog.
No, doggo.
Despite having a dog, I'm like allergic to dogs. So if I pet my dog, I then have to like.
Die.
Well, that was not my
A Wonderful Galaxy said, I hope one day the janitor of the studio will be credited.
Take even longer. Public and set it in instant premiere. Alright, so we're ending the stream, but if you want to go to the after party, I am going to be premiering my newest story time video. So I'll be over there in chat for a minute. Let's make sure this link actually works.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
Woo.
Alright. So, yeah, if you want to check out my new video, I'll be in the stream chat for that for a bit. But otherwise, thank you guys so much for hanging out, and I hope you will join us again next time. It has been a blast.